Namaste.
And welcome back to Grow with the J.A.N family.
I'm Anjali. Hum ache hai, kaise hai aap?
And today we're going to be reacting to Prime Minister Modi taking his friend President Trump to visit Sabarmati Ashram, which we know is the home of
Gandhi.
Yes. So we're very excited to see this because we haven't actually seen Gandhi's home, but we celebrated his birthday. And we just did President Trump being welcomed by Prime Minister Modi and the beautiful entourage that came and festivals that came, which is amazing to see. We know this is more than just some deals with the president. They're definitely friends. They're definitely hopefully building some great relationships between the two countries, between some of the trade, the U.S. and the military stuff that they can give to India. And we're hoping, India has so much to offer the U.S. as well, not just IT, but pharmaceuticals, lots of smarts in India. So we're not worried. But this, we're very excited to watch this and to see Trump's reaction, to see where the place where Gandhi, who has such great inspiration all around the world, such a peaceful message, kind of why we really love his message that he has sent out, a sit-in as opposed to violence, and some of his other quotes that he's done just have been amazing. So let's start this up.
The President and the First Lady. And this is Hriday Kunj. This is where Mahatma Gandhi stayed during his 13-odd years here at Sabarmati. His presence is still palpable here. There is a deep sense of peace that permeates the air. His words still vibrate in the stillness here. The President will experience the essence of spiritual India as he enters this hallowed space.
Modi wouldn't do this for just anyone.
No.
He's teaching him everything about India.
Mm-hmm.
President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Modi garlanding the photo of Mahatma Gandhi there, and we do see a prayer written downstairs. The prayer
he's explaining
was written by
it's not
Mahatma Gandhi in English, and it was titled Lord of Humility, where he expressed, let us be embodiments of self-sacrifice, embodiments of godliness, humility personified, that we may know the land better and love it more. This is the meeting place where Gandhiji used to meet a lot of people.
Interestingly, although Gandhiji lived here for 13 years, he didn't have a room to himself. He spent most of his time in this veranda, spinning the charkha, or the spinning wheel, as we can see in the visuals. And that little room on the left was his study, where he wrote letters every day to people all across India who were connected with the freedom movement, and people from all across the world who wrote to him. This is also where he met the leaders of the freedom movement and international guests. This is where various decisions regarding India's freedom struggle were taken.
It was while living here that Mohandas Gandhi came to be known as Mahatma Gandhi. And this is the symbol of self-reliance, the spinning wheel, charkha.
That's the wheel.
The
right?
charkha was
Yeah.
Gandhiji's great tool for empowerment and dignity of labor. President Trump and the First Lady giving it a try. It also has great spiritual significance. Gandhiji used to say 1 hour spent in spinning would be equivalent to an hour in
really sure
self-development
what to do.
for
Yeah.
the spinner. It's very meditative
Yeah.
when you spin the charkha.
That's big.
In the meanwhile, Motera Stadium is abuzz with excitement.
They were showing us the stadium. I guess they're getting ready for them to come.
Yeah.
So this maybe on the way.
So that's like some kind of like cotton piece, right?
So it's how the cotton, how the
Lata
clothes
Ben explaining
remain
how
Yeah.
a long time.
the yarn is spun.
But I like how they say it's very therapeutic, like sewing, like it's one of those things. They're showing them how to hold it.
For most people, trying the charkha for the first time can be a little unnerving, but once you get used to it, you understand what Gandhiji meant when he called it the physical embodiment of his constructive program as a representation of Swadeshi, self-sufficiency, and at the same time, interdependence, because the wheel is at the center of a network of cotton growers, carders, weavers, distributors, and users. It also embodied the dignity of labor, equality, unity, as all volunteers were to spin each day, and finally independence was achieved.
Patience.
In fact, it has been called the livery of our freedom. That is what Khadi signifies for us.
It's like, and he's like a billionaire.
Yeah.
And
A
the
few
president,
moments
and then the
of
prime minister,
introspection,
and they're, like, sitting on the
trying to
side
absorb
of the building, like, having a
the
chat.
essence
But it has
Mahatma
such
Gandhi,
significance, the building,
his teachings,
the feeling. That's
and
there.
his philosophy.
They're definitely
It's hard to
talking like
imagine,
friends.
but this is exactly how the Mahatma would have sat here with his international visitors. He too had a great sense of humor.
Gandhi's song.
Interestingly, Gandhiji could write from both his hands. And sitting here in the veranda, he would meet a lot of world leaders and other guests, as we now see the special visitor today, the American president, Donald Trump, now penning his thoughts in the visitor's book. Foremost in the movements launched by Gandhiji from this very place, the Sabarmati Ashram, was the 385-kilometer salt march from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi on the south Gujarat coast. Interestingly, Gandhi Smarak Sangrahalaya, Sabarmati, is open on all days of the year, from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening.
So you can come
Daily about
and visit.
Yeah.
2,000 to 3,000 footfalls, and on a holiday, Sunday, weekend, that increases to about 5,000 footfalls.
Trump has put a signature on Gandhi's book.
Mahatma Gandhi believed in an openness. He used to say, I do not want my house to be walled on all sides and my windows to be stuffed. I want the cultures of all lands to be blown about my house as freely as possible. But I refuse to be blown off my feet by any. This perhaps is the openness that you talked about. The people of all cultures, all traditions came here. The three monkeys of Mahatma Gandhi: speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. These were originally given to Mahatma Gandhi by a Japanese monk, and they became an essential part of his philosophy.
And those philosophies, Jasleen, are still very relevant and encourage each one of us to ensure that we imbibe the core values of humanity, truth, non-violence, love, compassion, service, sacrifice, forbearance, and equality. The Sangrahalaya, the museum, consists of a gallery that is titled My Life is My Message. And it consists of paintings, photo enlargements of some of the vivid events of Gandhiji's life, his quotations, letters, other relics. There's a library too. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi encourages one and all, especially the youth, to understand Gandhiji, his philosophy, connect with history. There's the archives that ensures collection, preservation, and display of Gandhiji's writings, photography, voice records, films, personal belongings. As we now see President Donald Trump interacting with the members of the Gandhi Smarak Sangrahalaya, Sabarmati.
So these were few moments of reflection,
Something he'll never forget, too.
Yeah.
It's
of going
amazing.
inwards before moving onwards towards the next leg. Mahatma Gandhi said that to find oneself, one has to lose oneself in the service of others. And this is a pilgrimage where one can find
Seems to be something
this
that Modi has
philosophy
taken on,
and through it
Yeah.
you know,
find oneself.
serving for others.
And now from the Sabarmati Ashram, the cavalcade will move to the new Motera Stadium.
This was amazing.
Yeah.
It was very exciting to see. I know Gandhi had said like he didn't want to wear clothes because
Yeah.
not everybody in India had clothes. He was definitely about, being about the people.
Yeah.
But the home was very like I thought it looked very nice, but it's definitely very simple, very open, very simple.
Very peaceful though. Like you look at that house and I'm just like it's very like peaceful. Like it brings out, I feel like, all your nerves and everything.
Yeah. Well, and like I don't know if they had kids there singing. They didn't show where the music was coming from, but we know the song.
Yeah.
Because we did Gandhi's birthday, and so we know this is like the famous song. But before that, you could hear the birds.
Yeah,
At the very beginning clip, before they really like started the song singing, which I assume there's like maybe some school kids there singing. Unless it's just music. I don't know. You guys will have to let us know if you've been there. That was
so peaceful when you heard like the birds and like nature and everything. Yeah.
So definitely someplace you would go, and like, you know, there was the prayer where they put the flowers. Trump and Modi put the flowers. But I heard them talking about how they preserved a lot of the stuff from Gandhi, like not only some of his teachings and some recordings.
They didn't change the house at all.
No, and they said he didn't really have like a room, like a bedroom for himself.
Yeah.
It was more like...
He had a study room.
Yeah, a study room where he kind of like meditated with the wheel, and then he sat out, you know, and did, when he met with other people, you know, for the freedom. Yeah. So I can just imagine, like, it was wonderful to see Trump there. He definitely, for somebody who comes from like... He's like a millionaire, a billion, you know, he's got so much money.
He doesn't know what it comes from.
Before he became the president, to kind of like sit down next to the weaving wheel and ask questions. You could see he was really interested. You know, it was just amazing to watch that.
Yeah.
And then Modi had the two of them sit like on the... Like you would sit on the steps of your porch or like on the store and like hang out with your friend and talk. Like...
And then I loved that little kind of like statue kind of model thing that was like no speak, no hear, no see evil.
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Yeah.
And that's something that I remember growing up learning about a long time ago. So
I don't remember growing up with it, so.
Well, you've been learning about it here. We've talked about it here, but it was definitely one of those things like you don't want to say anything bad about anybody to anyone. You don't want to hear any bad things because when you hear bad stuff, then you think bad stuff. Right. Then you would speak it. And you don't want to see any evil. So that's probably one of my favorite quotes. And I didn't realize how far it had gone back, how much Gandhi had like adapted it and made it kind of part of, I mean, he's always had that peaceful message. Martin Luther King was a huge inspiration from him that led the movement here in the U.S.
Yeah.
So I just feel like he has touched the world, you know. We know he was getting the award, the Nobel Peace Prize Award.
Yeah.
But because he had passed away, they just, you know, skipped that year and didn't give it to anyone in honor of him.
That's the only year they've skipped ever.
Ever. And at the UN, they did like a stamp for him and planted some trees in his honor. So there's been many things. I know him, you know, with the partition and everything, not everything was exactly how everybody agrees with him, but I feel like his peaceful message has really touched the world.
Yeah.
And so this is definitely one of those places we would like to go see. It was just amazing to see Trump and his buddy Modi, that's what I'm going to call them, they're like buds, to show him this place on his way, you know, to the stadium.
Yeah.
Like you said, peaceful and such a inspiration in the same time. So wonderful. So I hope you guys liked it as much as we did.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And join the wonderful growing J.A.N family, and we'll see you all
tomorrow. Bye.